It's a cold and blustery morning this morning, and we've just been hit by Hurricane Abigail. There are trees down, debris all over the road, and what you need on a day like this is a Land Rover. And one of the best Land Rovers out there has to be one that's been on Motors TV, on the front cover of Land Rover magazine, and it's a V8 Rally Land Rover owned by a gentleman called John Pickering. I presume you bought it as a standard.
It was our vehicle. It was a family vehicle. I towed my caravan with it.
Right.
I lent it to my brother-in-law to tow his, because he restores Jaguars.
Right.
To take his Jaguar abroad to
Right.
show it. I
Right.
don't know what happened, but it turns out it went on its side.
Right. Oh,
So-
right.
So it was written off.
Right.
Basically, it was minor damage.
Right.
Bought it back off the insurance company.
And
we repaired it and put it back on the road.
so how long has it taken you to get it to
do
this?
this?
Yeah.
It took me about 18 or 19 months from start
Wow.
to finish, financially as well.
Nearly 2 years.
But I got the time.
Yeah, right, yes, yes.
This season hasn't taken very much doing.
Right, right,
The car has been absolutely magic.
right, fantastic. It's
Um,
been reliable.
And everything else. And the people that run it is a company called Marches 4x4,
Right,
who run the British BCCC.
Yep.
And they've been more than supportive.
right, right.
You know.
So we're on the front here. We've got, yeah, some pretty mean headlights on there.
The lights are all on assemblies, so they come off literally. I can take them off in 2 or 3 minutes. Unplug
Really?
them. Yeah. We go to unplug.
Oh, wow. So you literally just disconnect the whole, this
I've got
whole
The
section.
3 bolts hold that on, and 2 self tappers underneath,
Wow. And the whole lot comes out.
and the same at the bottom lights as well.
So the mud flaps here,
Ah.
what's that? That's that about? Because that facing.
When you hit puddles
Yeah.
in a Discovery
Yeah.
or any car, what it tends to do is shove the water up onto your screen,
Right.
and they just help deflect it.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. So stop it coming up onto the windscreen.
Windscreen, and so you don't have to use the wipers. so much.
Right. Yes, because the sort of stuff you're going in.
It's effectiveness, I'm not sure, but they look good.
Right. They do.
Front end suspension has uprated springs. You've got Britpart poly bushes, for want of a better word, all the way round. Uprated brakes, discs and pads. Basically, inside we've got a protection and performance
Look
cage
at this.
that is absolutely welded solid into the chassis.
And it is completely stripped out. Look, there's absolutely. It's like the Lotus in a way. It is very much a totally stripped out car, isn't it? If we look around here, look, there's nothing on the doors there. There we go. Look, that's your map. And it really is. There's everything's been stripped. Then, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the idea being is when you look at a Discovery in standard form, it's got one heck of a lot of weight with seats and stuff
Yep.
like that. We don't need them. And a built-in fire extinguisher system, which is
Did you put that in?
Yeah.
Wow.
4 nozzles under the bonnet, 2 nozzles, one on each of the driver and passenger side. Basically, the idea is to give you 15 to 20 seconds to get out the car, should it
Catch
happen.
fire. And look at the side. Look at the roll caging in here as
That's
well.
it.
And another. Hold on. There's another fire extinguisher. Another one.
That is just in case anybody, we have to get out and help somebody, because you can't take the big inbuilt fire.
So you've got 2 fire extinguishers.
Yeah.
Wow. Flipping heck.
Having many years ago seen somebody on fire and not being able to help them, is something you remember. When you leave a pensioner alone for 18 months, this is what he comes up with. You've got to keep him happy.
Look at it. I mean, that is like the inside of an aircraft to me.
Front there, you've got the rally computer, which we don't.
Oh
actually,
yes.
we don't actually use for what we're doing, but that works out your average speeds and what have you.
right. So you've got a full-blown computer on here, look, yeah.
And that one is a stopwatch. The next one to it,
Right,
which we
so
do
you've got a
use all the
stopwatch.
time.
Yeah, stopwatch, computer, pencils in here.
Pencils, also pens down for if we use maps.
As well as the map pocket, which has been made and put on the door. Look at that. I really like that. I really do like that. The holes in it. It's like the racing pedals.
I didn't actually make. I bought. But
right. It still looks good though.
Demon Tweaks, where all the stuff came from, specialise in this sort of thing. So
right.
you can get most of what you want.
What you want? Yeah.
All the stuff that you think is difficult to get hold of, they do as standard.
Right.
And they're very, very supportive as well.
Right. And we've got here. Is this for listening to music?
What's that?
These headphones on here.
Oh,
some
well,
headphones.
if should you wish to listen to music, but basically it's to go through the intercom because the car's noisy. So you.
So you've got an intercom on here.
When we've got the helmets on, they've got intercoms in them anyway.
So, so you're talking and communicating through this box
Amplifier.
here, and then into these headphones.
Helps me hear what's going on.
Is that because it's too loud in the
Because
car?
I'm deaf.
Oh, right.
Or big oil pressure light.
Big oil pressure.
Because if we have oil pressure,
that is a big oil
you are
pressure
going to
light.
see it. Wiper for the co-driver, windscreen washer for the co-driver, LED map light, which is a pace note light, should we have an evening event.
Right.
A standard map light, and they're all mounted on the roof of the car. Reversing lights, interior lights, bonnet spots to activate them, and also the main beam spots that come on, which are the
Right.
3 lights on the grille.
Did you fit all this yourself?
I've
Or
made it all and fitted it, yeah.
And let's have a look at these seats, because these are something else, aren't
Well,
they?
they're-
Look at them.
I am so pleased with the way they're performing. They cushion most things that we can throw. You get very little discomfort through them. There's 2 different sizes. There's the Pro, which is commonly called Lardar's version.
Right. Right.
When you get
Is that
to
what yours are?
Of course.
Yes, yeah.
When you get to a certain age, you expand.
Right.
Um,
But really, the co-driver is doing quite a lot of work here because he's got control of a lot of features. He's got the horn.
integral to everything that's going on. You rely on him so much. My job is to keep it on the road. My job is to keep it pointing in the right direction.
So the co-driver can control the obviously the horn. You said he's got all these switches down here as well, main beam, wipers, things like that. So
that's his job. That's what he does. And if it's been in a road rally or a stage rally, he would have the timings, everything to sort out, the fuel stops. Fortunately, we don't bother with that.
right. So can we have a look round the back there then? Look there, so the door. So this is very much a standard Discovery, isn't it? It's a standard Land Rover Discovery.
It hasn't had any engine modifications at all.
No, you can tell the way. Yeah, but just very, very stripped out. Got a toolbox in the back there.
That's for the jack, wheel brace, and everything else. Because simply one catch and you're in there.
Right.
Mandatory spill kit that we've got in the back there.
Yeah.
Sorry, there.
And you got your, is it a spare fuel here, is it?
Well, that comes out when we're competing.
Right, okay. And then a massive great tyre in the back.
Well, that's the same size as the rest of them.
Is it? Yeah, yes, indeed. It is true. So the big question is, how do you become a co-driver? If people wanted to be a co-driver in
You
this...
have to be a little bit deranged.
Right. You have a co-driver at the moment?
Yes, I've got, well, I'm very lucky because I've got 3 or 4 people that
Right.
will join me.
Right.
I've got an old mate of mine that I've known since I was 5 years old who's mad enough to do it. We've always been involved with motorsport and I've seconded him.
Right, okay. So you've got someone that you went to school with at primary school,
Yes.
who is now
It's sad, isn't
your
it?
I think that's amazing. I think that's absolutely amazing. Right. So the first challenge is actually getting in, because we have to get over these big bars down here. Look at that. If we're trying to get in now, so we have to get the head under here. This is like actually getting into the Lotus to a certain degree, because you have to do quite a lot of treading over things. Okay, that goes into there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then another bottom one goes into there.
Yeah. And lean
Right.
behind you. And then
Straps on the back here.
yeah, bring both of them over first. That's it, lovely.
Way. Look at this. It's like a big type strap. It is like the Lotus, but bigger. Right. What we're going to do now is
Just a standard start.
standard start. Right, okay. Right. Oh. Wow. Whoa. You can feel the power, can't you? It's
It's tall more than it's not an compressor, it's not your it comes on it really when you're on rough stuff.
that's a lot of weight to have to carry.
You notice it when you start getting sideways.
You go sideways.
You spend quite a bit of the time sideways. And I noticed for the first time on the weekend I looked at the speedo, and on one particular part of the stage we were third gear, maximum flat out, and that corresponds to about 72 miles an hour.
72 miles an hour off-road. Off-road. God.
We have 2 tons to shift.
I must admit, I would find that really, intense, to say the least.
It does concentrate the mind.
Yes.
You do have to be a little bit respectful of it at times,
Right.
but then again that's the same with every vehicle.
Yes. I mean, the only drawback of this, I mean, that I can see, I mean, looking at the car now and having a good look round it, is shopping, for example. Not much good. You can't get. I mean, you can put things in the crash helmet boxes.
You're going to look a bit of a bird going to Tesco in
Yes.
this, aren't you?
You couldn't get a lot in it, could you? No. And it's a perfect day for it as well.
It looks as though
Beautiful.
it's quite nice. Are we all right left?
Yeah, perfectly clear left.
Thank you very much.
And you can really feel these seats
Oh, they
completely hold you in, don't they?
absolutely unbelievable. You get them on the rough sections and you realise that they are doing the job. They're expensive, but that doesn't matter.
This is far better without the headsets on. It's amazing, the noise. I see why you can't hear the passenger. I can see why it would be difficult why you need the headsets. But at the same time, it's just a beautiful noise, that. And this is what Land Rovers were built to do, isn't it? This is what they were for.
Well,
without a doubt.
there's no doubt about it. They do surpass most of the vehicles when they get onto the real rough stuff.
But it's certainly a thing. I can see why it would be in Land Rover magazine anyway, put it like that. Phenomenal. Yeah, you can't really go to Tesco's, you can't put your kids in the back, but then the rest of it makes up for it.
I think so.
Yeah. If someone came to you and said, right, I've seen the car in Land Rover magazine, I really like it, I'm going to offer you a lot of money for it, would you sell it?
Oh, I probably would.
You would?
But I'd have to have something else to go back to.
Yeah.
Now then, I've just cocked up that. You can't get out.
That's the only thing I can't get out.
Well, if I pull forward,
Yeah, that's
then
fine.
I can pull back.
Excellent. Got it, look at that.